6.0 is around the corner, and with that we have two new characters that are going to release, which are LAUMA and FLINS. I'm here to tell you, well, I don't care who you summon for, it's your account at the end of the day, but I'm just here to talk about it because it's content and I have nothing better to do with my life. That said, I hope you enjoyed the video, took care of yourself, and I'm wishing you the best on your 50/50s, you know? And if you're going for FLINS, I'm just saying, make sure you either have an F up or you get his C1. Alright, so let's begin with FLINS. FLINS' whole character has the same situation going on with Scoffier and Skirk. If you didn't have Scoffier for Skirk, you're not dealing any single amount of damage, right? You would, but it just wouldn't be as much damage as you would deal if you had Scoffier on the team. It's the same thing with FLINS. If you don't have an Efa, you're not really going to do much, but there is a way that you can bypass that, and that's by either getting lucky or just using your wallet. So you need his Constellation 1, which means you can completely exclude NFA out of the team. But if you do have an NFA, then you can keep her on the team even if you have his Constellation 1. It's not like all of a sudden she's useless. She's still going to buff him and pretty much amplify lunar charge. That is the gist of it. If you are going to summon for him, just keep that in mind. Make sure you have a plan before you summon for the character. And for his teams, the ones that I've seen the most, he can be on his premium team, which includes him along with Nefa, Yelan, Sucrose. That's about it. His free-to-play team will be FLINS, Aino, Shinksho, or Yelan if you have her too, along with Sucrose. Keep that in mind. Make sure you are summoning for these characters with a plan, right? If you have Yellow Sucrose just sitting on your inventory, sitting on your character decks, whatever they call it, just collecting dust, you can finally dust him off if you are going to summon for FLINS. And also, if you don't have an Efa, I know it's a free character, right? And unfortunately, you do need two not quite characters for one of the artifact sets to really get the most out of it. That's FLINS for you, Skirk 2.0, but he's not going to really do as much damage as she would, so there's that. The next character that we're getting is LAUMA. LAUMA specializes with, you know, Hyper Bloom, whatever, you know, you get it. By this point, she's a Dendro character. That's all she really does, but she's very powerful. Okay, she's very powerful. She increases the damage of the whole team overall. It's kind of insane, right? And her best team is including her, Nahida, Kokomi, and Nilu. Nilu could finally be dusted off if you do have her on your team, or on your account, sorry. If you have her on your account, you can finally put her out and just go crazy with the blooms. If you don't have her, the alternative that I've been seeing is a Hyper Bloom team, along with Shinksho, Kukishinobu, Yelan, and LAUMA on the team, which doesn't seem too bad. Okay, I have some of those characters except for LAUMA, right? I don't have Yelan. I've been wanting to summon for Yelan for so long because I want to place my Shinksho on the bench for a little bit. But yeah, those are the teams, and should you summon for them? In my opinion, that all boils down to how you feel about them once they release. Make sure, again, you have a plan before you summon for these characters. Okay, don't just blindly summon. If you want to summon for these characters because of their aesthetic, of how they look, that's very understandable. Okay, FLINS looks amazing, very well designed. LAUMA looks, I mean, come on, but do I have to say much? But anyways, that's really about it. This is just slop content. Again, the channel has gone stale, so I just came on here to lay something random on you. Alright, now if you stayed here and you came for more than just that segment of the video, just know that I have been working on a couple of videos in the background, and that was crowning characters, right? One of those failed videos I uploaded, and it was crowning Technati, or at least attempting to crown him. I just realized I didn't have a lot or enough to crown him, and I just completely scrapped the video and just uploaded it to show my mistakes. And I made another mistake right after that, and that is with trying to crown Movika's whole team. And it worked out, you know, everybody's crowned respectively, right? She's crowned, he's crowned, everybody got crowned. But throughout the whole thing was just messy because I have a lot of videos recorded, and it takes a lot of space on my PC. So the videos that I already uploaded and whatnot, I deleted. But within those files, within those video files, obviously some of the files were for the Movika crowning team, and I ended up deleting them without realizing. And when I realized, it was already too late. The trash bin was already completely empty. So that's what's been happening. I had that video ready, and I kind of just messed up by deleting some of the files. So the video was pretty much incomplete. Tango root. Do you mind? Do you mind, sir? So with that, I unfortunately can't really release that video anymore, but I have the proof that they are crowned now, so there is that. That's why it's been taking me a while to really get back into YouTube, just because some of the videos that I had ready were pretty much incomplete. Right now I'm working on the Skirk team, at least crowning them, but it seems like it'll be kind of pointless once FLINS and LAUMA drop, because I really want to summon for LAUMA. And something I didn't mention for the first half, talking about which characters you should summon for and whatnot, I didn't mention that they will be very useful for the up and coming Abyss. The Imaginarium Theater is going to obviously favor those elements like Electro and Dendro, and Stygian Onslaught is also going to favor those characters. That's why I say make sure you're summoning with a plan. If you are an endgame player or you want to really just shatter the damage shielding in the Abyss, Imaginarium Theater, or Stygian Onslaught, make sure you summon for these characters, because those are the characters that are going to be required for those certain modes, right? So that's the unfortunate part, but I'm pretty sure that Mavika can clear the Abyss just as fast as those teams will. With that said, I have nothing else to get out of my chest. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and you know, I'll most likely see you tomorrow. I'm going to be dropping a whole lot more slop content, and I want to apologize in advance for that, because that is kind of irresponsible for me to not really take my time with the videos and make them as good as possible. But I just don't want the channel to get, you know, stale like it was before. With all of that said, I spoke for way too long. Take care of yourself.